morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review, and you know I will do it here. This is where we'll talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J, and I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochimorilu, son of the prophetess, the man where is Mboweke.
The sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises. And you know I will do it as usual. I will start with Punch and newspaper. Rivers demolishes Assembly. Pro-Fubara Speaker declares de facto seat vacant. Mohbad. Naira Marley accuses Iyabo of defamation, demands 500 million naira. Tinubu sacks 5 aviation agencies, head suspends NCCA boss. NNPCL not transparent on subsidy. Dollar revenues, World Bank. On Vanguard newspaper, will rebrand, restore integrity of civil service, FCSC boss, Olaopa. Let's return quickly to path of accelerators progress. Ondo acting governor Aiyedatiwa pleads. NFL awards 2027 Super Bowl to Sophie Stadium in Los Angeles. Cash scarcity. People are ordering banknotes in CBN. Then on Daily Post newspaper, senators call for scrapping of AMCON, AMCON. 5 fell dead as armed robbers attack banks in Ekiti. We've reduced number of road crashes in Enugu, FRSC. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises say make I give una this information. Una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. And one major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. And vanilla that she sort of buy. You feed the collect market, they pay for RAM small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí wípé Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Ó yá make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Shagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises, fast and trusted.
That's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas and Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises. You're welcome back to News Review, and this morning, this particular news is giving me a headache because I don't know, maybe they are just trying to play themselves when it comes to, accusing for defamation, because now Naira Marley has accused Iyabo of defamation, demanding 500 million naira from Iyabo.
Normally, might have known what he's saying for him to have accused Iyabo, on the issue of Mohbad. You see, this Nigerian, I'm tired of being a Nigerian. I can't deceive you. Once anything occurs in Nigeria, you see the whole Nigeria coming up, mobilizing themselves. You remember what happened justice for Mohbad when Mohbad died. I believe the issue that come up with Naira Marley and Iyabo was the issue of Mohbad. That Iyabo was trying to let the whole world know that the death of Mohbad was between Naira Marley and.
But sir, if you want to look into this matter, well, that means Naira Marley is going to accuse so many people, because almost all the celebrities.
He should have accused the whole Nigerians, because we came out in mass to stand for justice for Mohbad. And the way I'm seeing things, it was like there is a sentiment in between this matter between Naira Marley and Iyabo. Because if you could recall, when Lagos State election was about to be held, you remember Iyabo Ojo came on board that he was not a member of APC, that MC Oluomo was a friend, does not mean she should support the party that MC Oluomo belongs to. Then after the election, when when the governor was elected into the office, Iyabo Ojo came out weeks after the election that Lagos State brought a tax, that the tax was placed on her head, that they didn't want to kill her. What was her business? Now, some Naira Marley is coming out now to sue Iyabo Ojo for defamation of character.
Yes,
isn't it?
Name.
Now you could see there is a collaboration somewhere hidden. There was an hidden agenda there. Now when we begin to deep into this matter now, the time will come that you know the truth of what I'm saying.
But now, let me say this. You know, Naira Marley come out as a saint now to Nigerians that, okay, I don't have anything to do with the death of Mohbad.
Because he has been freed. He has been freed from the police custody.
But what I'm saying here is, if Naira Marley wants to fight, he's not supposed to face Iyabo Ojo. Because if you look at the old case from
that is why I said there is an hidden agenda. Why is it that it was Iyabo Ojo that he was facing now? He would have faced the old Nigerians that he is suing the old Nigerians for defamation of character. Is it the only Iyabo Ojo that came out that speak evil of Naira Marley?
He should have defamed me too, because he should have accused me because I defamed Naira Marley too. I even talked about him being part of the cause of the death of Mohbad. Malian music boss Aziz Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, has accused actress Iyabo Ojo of disseminating false and defamatory content against him on the internet. Naira Marley's lawyer Olalekan Ojo, in a letter sent to the actress, outlined the accusations made in September 2023 post on her Instagram page, stating that the actress accused Naira Marley of engaging in spiritual and physical dealings with the late singer Mohbad. The lawyer also said the actress accused Naira Marley of causing mental harm to the late singer. Naira Marley's attorney seeks a redress of 500 million naira rather, from Iyabo Ojo, and a public apology to be posted on her page and published in a national daily newspaper.
Is she the only one that came out to accuse Naira Marley of having hand in the death of Mohbad?
So let's put that aside. You see all these lawyers, I don't know, maybe some of them, they are just lawyers.
It's because of what they are collecting now. Those people, they are their clients. Have you ever seen a lawyer that you walk into his office and say, what's the problem? You say you don't have problem. They will tell you if you don't have any problem, you should leave their office.
Now, talking about Naira Marley causing mental harm on Mohbad, that is true to me, because you won't say that is a lie, because we saw a DJ that is under the label that was being videoed. You know, Iyabo Ojo went to their house to do a short video and interview with the mother, and we saw the boy DJ Splash saying rubbish.
All of his experience when he was
in the Malian's record. So this happens to Mohbad too. They said sometimes Mohbad do say things that is not relevant based on the fact that
the video is out there. What Mohbad said before he died concerning the Malian records. Even the mother of Mohbad came out that whenever she pays a visit to Mohbad, what Mohbad normally says at times when the secret, some of the secret that he revealed to her, that he cannot be coming out to say those. So
don't let us talk about the mother, because if you go deep in this matter, the mother is just out of this whole thing. She's just trying to be known out there, because I don't even want to go to the matter of Mohbad. But what I'm trying to say now is, talking about Malians, we all know what they do there. It is clear to everybody that in Mali, before you can be a Malian, there are some stages. There are some stages that you. There are some things that you taste.
You do.
Aside the dressing of not using belts.
That's why they say if you can't beat them, you join them. So anybody that feels you can join them could go to them.
So I feel some lawyers are supposed to be suing themselves. This particular lawyer of Naira Marley is supposed to be sued because what he's saying is wrong.
Let me tell you this: you see lawyers? They are out there to defend their jobs, and they are out there looking for trouble. At least what they are going to eat is what brings a lot of lawyers to the court. Have you ever seen a lawyer going out there to do a free job? Even if you want to write a letter, you want your lawyer to write a letter, just ordinary letter, to write a letter to a client.
It will go a long process.
It will go a long process. You know how much they are going to charge for it.
Well, the lawyer also said said the actress accused Naira Marley of causing mental harm to the late singer. Naira Marley's attorney seeks a redress of 500 million naira from Iyabo and a public apology to be posted on her page and published in the National Daily newspaper. According to the letter, failure to adhere to the condition placed will force them to file a lawsuit against her. So this is Nigeria, where we see different cases.
They should have told his lawyer to file a lawsuit instead of coming out to put this one out. He should have put it into a written, so we know that it really means the business. Maybe he wants to wake the sleeping dog that has the whole Nigeria.
So after Naira Marley, I think Sam Larry too, we can now come out and say, okay, let me start accusing
the sleeping dog
people.
of Nigeria now is lying down flat now. Maybe I don't know the person that is backing him up in this battle. He wants the sleeping dog that has lied down sleeping. He wants the sleeping dog to come back to life. That's exactly what is going on there, because before we get to know, the whole matter may come out to escalate. And
let's talk about this. Mohbad in name is still there, lying there without being buried. I don't know what's going on. And they said they've done the DNA for the son.
At the end of the day,
and we didn't get to see the result.
Nobody knows the outcome of the autopsy test that they did to Mohbad. Well, we are Nigerian. We are all watching the Nigerian police. Because if we could see the strength that the Nigerian police put into assuming the death, the body of Mohbad, then you think as if they really mean the business. Maybe that was done because of the pressure that the old Nigerians and the old world mount.
So why do we stop the pressure? That's what I'm talking about. Like, even if the government is playing their part, what is the part we citizens are playing? Because if you check, when Mohbad died, the energy everybody put in trying to get justice.
You know one thing about Nigeria, we have a spirit of kicking off. That's the kick and start. When we start, when the vehicle gets to the middle of the road, when they quench, we don't have the spirit of getting.
I think someone said that the problem we have is that once our energy is being dropped down, you know, what they used to drop our energy was the subsidy. Because why will I be looking for food to eat and be fighting for someone that is dead?
No, that is dead.
You see, so that I think that's the reason why people drop the energy. But then let's wait and see what will happen before the end of this year. Maybe Tonto Dike and Iyabo really tried talking about how to get Mohbad buried, getting him a befitting burial and all. But this Naira Marley case that is dragging the Naira Marley is not even talking about Mohbad anymore, because he feels that's the end of the case. Since he has paid for the bill that was being granted. Well, let's move on to the next headline. NNPCL not transparent on subsidy dollar revenues. World Bank. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited is not transparent about the financial gains from full subsidy removal, the World Bank has disclosed. This extends to subsidy areas that are still being deducted and the impact of the subsidy removal on federation revenues, and the bank noted. The Washington-based made this call in its Nigerian Development Update December 2023 edition titled "Turning the Corner from Reforms and Renewed Hope to Results." This is the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edo, revealed that the government was ready to scrutinize the revenue flow from the NNPCL. Sir, what do you have to say on this? Because this NNPCL, I know they've made a lot from this subsidy removal.
My presenter, what I do tell people was that don't put Nigerian matter on your head. Because if you put Nigerian matter on your head, at the end of the day, you just die suddenly. You die when Nigeria is going to be. When Nigeria now gets better, you'll be there at the grave, seeing what is going on in Nigeria. You see, somebody came out to say subsidies is a scam. I agree with that person in the sense that when the new elected president came on board, the first announcement he made when he wanted to give out the speech was that subsidy is gone. And immediately subsidy was gone. After that, 2 months later, what we had was that 1 trillion naira was saved from the subsidies money. Now, the question is this. Let's ask the leader of Nigeria, let's ask the president of Nigeria, let's ask his co-executive, let's ask the Senate chamber.
Let's just say the president
administrative. What did they really do with the money? That 1 trillion naira, what did they use the money for? Is it the money that they use in buying that Sonji? Because we had that some amount of money was borrowed from the World Bank, that they set aside the money that they wanted to use, that they used in buying those jeeps. Now the 1 trillion naira that was saved, what was the outcome of the money? Now the World Bank is talking about NNPC. the money was not being remitted, all this and that. You know, there's nobody that was put in a post here in Nigeria. If you could remember, yesterday was the minister of, I think the minister of Interior, I don't know the minister precisely, that said she needed 1 billion naira for her foreign trip. 1 billion naira.
That's too much.
And this hardship, the 35,000 minimum wage that they paid in September has been stopped.
Yes.
For the workers, automatically. So if all this one that you are saying, the person that came out to say subsidy is a scam. Really knows what you're saying.
Well, according to the World Bank, while revenue gains from the exchange rate reforms are visible, more clarity is needed on oil revenues, including the fiscal benefits from the PMS subsidy reforms. Now, I want to say something. Is it only Nigeria that is under this World Bank? Because I don't know why will World Bank be seeing to the affairs of Nigeria, if not for the fact that Nigeria has borrowed some amount of money from the World Bank. And
the
even
World
with
Bank
that,
may see to the affairs of Nigeria based on the agreement they have. Before you could borrow money from a bank, won't you have an agreement with the bank that you are borrowing money for?
Sure.
Okay, how do you want to pay this money back? Okay, monthly, weekly, yearly, this is how much you are going to be remitted into your account from so post. Maybe now the money is not coming in. Are you telling the World Bank to keep quiet while their money is out there?
Well, it declared nominal oil revenue gains have been evident since June. These are mostly categorized as exchange rate gains, suggesting that they are due to the Naira depreciation, except for the exchange rate related increases. However, there is lack of transparency regarding oil revenues, especially the financial gains of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation from the subsidy removal, the subsidy arrears that are still being deducted, and the impact of these on Federation revenues. It is also unclear why retail petrol prices have not changed much since August, despite fluctuations in the exchange rate and global oil prices. The Bretton Woods Institution further expanded that gains in net oil revenue of the Federation were lower than what they should have been, considering what the removal of fuel subsidies should have added to the account. Now, this is what I'm saying. The fuel subsidy should have added more
into that account. The money is not there. That is what I'm saying. Now you are now getting my point.
Yes, the subsidy is a scam.
It's a scam.
Because I don't know.
Why don't the president return the subsidy back instead of putting the old Nigerians into shock? Now look at what Nigeria has turned to. The inflation in the food price, the inflation in everything. At the end of the day, the Christmas celebration is coming and nobody even knew that the Christmas was coming.
Someone said there is no Christmas this year. I think it was Shiomole said if they didn't pay the 35,000.
When Buhari was there, they pay subsidy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Though we were shouting that the border was being shut, at least we are still managing ourselves. Now when it came, for you to have removed subsidy, you should have looked for a way to subsidize some certain things, at least
by opening up the border.
Yes, to ease the tension of the food scarcity.
Well, he stated that fuel subsidy costs the Federation about 380 billion naira a month, and once removed, the Federation account should have recorded an increase in net oil revenues. He said, however, most of the gains in the oil revenues in H2 2023, as reported by OAGF, can be attributed to exchange rate gains. Without exchange rate gains, net oil revenue between January and August would have declined by 0.2 of a percentage point of full-year GDP YOY, all materializing in the July-August period. In August, additional revenue from 40% profit of production sharing contracts and the interim yearly dividend were reflected in the account. However, these were not as high as what the gains from removing the gasoline subsidy should have been, given that petrol pump prices have not changed in the line with market fundamentals, notably exchange rate movements and global oil prices. There is a risk that the implicit fuel subsidy has re-emerged, potentially keeping net oil revenues lower than expected. So let's wait and see, because now the World Bank has said they are not seeing any changes.
Automatically, when you look at the scenario there, the first subsidy was removed based on some certain cabals that were eating from the first subsidy. Now it was removed from those cabals now to enrich another set of people. You don't understand what I'm saying?
From fry pan to fire.
From fry pan to fire. So why is it that you turn the old Nigerians into disarray?
Well, let's look at the last headline for today. 5 fear dead as armed robber attacks banks in Ekiti. A deadly bank robbery in Ikere Ekiti State yesterday afternoon reportedly left 5 people dead, including 2 officers of the Amotekun security outfit. Daily Post learned that the robbers who wore masks stormed commercial banks along the major road in the town and opened fire to gain access to the bank's premises. Eyewitness said the robbers positioned themselves in strategic locations and shot indiscriminately for up to an hour, causing panic and chaos among the residents. Sir, before you say anything, because I know you once said it on the show that you're from Ekiti State, and I want to commend the Amotekun officials in Ekiti State for at least trying to face the armed robbers, and I want to say this: Nigerian police force, where were you guys? Because now
the bank in question, you should have. Let me say something. The bank in question is very closer to the police station there.
Wow.
What are the policemen do? I know Ikere very well. I've called my brother that lives in Ikere very well. I've called him this morning to ask about the robbery incident. He explained and narrated the whole scenario to me. The bank in question was very closer to the police station. What was the policemen doing? Not until when the armed robbers went away, then they now came out.
Now they will start packing people that are not that doesn't even know anything about the event. About what went wrong there. If the Amotekun, what was the gun that was there in the Amotekun's hands compared to what the armed robber brought? They have local guns.
They have local guns. Now, what I will urge the federal government or the state government to do was that to empower Amotekun more. Maybe there is need for them to be trained and give them sophisticated weapons, because the Amotekun are really trying.
But sir, this is the problem I have with Nigerians. You see, I'm not saying Amotekun are not good enough to secure people in every other state in Nigeria. But then, if the mantle is being given to them, they will start misbehaving. That's the problem.
The mantle that was given to the police officer, are they not misbehaving?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
We have the good ones, likewise we have the bad ones, which means the bad ones should be flushed out.
Well, eyewitnesses have said the robbers positioned themselves in strategic locations, and some of the victims were hit by robbers' bullets while trying to escape to safety. Our correspondent gathered that the masked armed robbers, numbering about 20, stormed the town at about 4:15 p.m. and robbed the banks located at Oduoja and Okioshun simultaneously. According to sources, they first attacked the Ikere command of the Amotekun Corps along Isse Road and reportedly shot some operatives before attacking the banks. The armed robber broke the security doors of the bank with the aid of dynamite and carted away an unspecified huge sum of money. But I thought someone said that they didn't go away with any money.
Now, let me ask now. We have cash shortage looming over the country. Over how many months now?
Since last month.
Since last month now. How come the bank have those possession of cash with them? Why the bank said they don't have enough money to go around? How many customers do they have in that place? In the bank, how many customers? That a customer will write, withdrawing a sum of 150,000 at the end of the day, we end up collecting 10,000 or 20,000 naira. So how did they get those cash with them? That those cash have not been disbursed to the customer.
Well, however, the Ekiti State Police spokesman Sunday Abutu could not be reached as of the time of filing this report, as several calls and messages to his mobile phone were not responded to. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, in a telephone chat, the Ogoga of Ikere Ekiti, Oba Adejimi Alagbado, expressed shock over the robbery incident. He said it was unfortunate the armed robbers carried out the operations for several minutes uninjured and escaped despite the presence of military checkpoints and the police area command in the town.
No police to check.
No, there is a military checkpoint. The police station, the area command is closer by,
To that place,
and they could not stop them.
They could not stop them.
So why do we have security in Nigeria?
Now you see them coming out, packing innocent souls. They'll go all in the name of interrogating them. What did you know about this? What do you know? At the end of the day, they will tell them to go and bring 50,000 naira to come and bail themselves.
And they will still use that one as an avenue to extort money. Well, Obalagbado also said he had discussed the matter with the security agents and that those who carried out this dastardly act must be arrested and prosecuted. That's not the problem. You cannot even catch these ones. 20 in numbers, and they could not apprehend them.
Of them have been tried to apprehend before. Have they not robbed the bank in the area before? While a police officer, I think 2 police officers were killed some years
Now,
ago.
people are actually complaining about cashless. Now that the bank has been robbed, there is no even means to go for anything like
the amount of money that was being carted away. They could not disclose.
Well, this is where we're going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunjube. You can call me Sidon J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining on the show. We'll see you again next time. Be good and be hardworking. Bye.